How's everybody doing? How's we doing? I'm back at it. As you know, I'm Juice Winner. This is Old Jaw Gritty Grand Strains. Grams and Strains. AKA, yeah, we got that gas. Gas. Hold on, I'm over here looking for something. I had set up some stuff, but for some reason, when I go in here, what was yeah, it wasn't in here. It wasn't in here. Where would that be at? Would that be over here? Huh? Would that be over here? What we looking for? What we looking for? Oh yeah, don't forget. Alright? Oh, we gotta change that. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, we gotta change that, move that up. See how that popped up? We got in my little thumb. Okay. So hold on 1 second. Let me fix this. I'm gonna move it somewhere else. Let me see. I'll just have that. Why is it not my... Oh, let's go to main. There's always gonna be something on the fly. I'm gonna have it over my head. Okay, so when I say hit that like, that subscribe, hit that notification. Well, my thumb is gonna come up in a second, right? So don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell so you can always be updated when new shows oh, pardon me. See, look, I'm excited myself. I'm excited myself with the mission that we are on today. Turn this down to my ears. Okay, as you can see in the background, we have 2 of 6 Antifa terrorist suspects who firebombed Atlanta police cruiser are getting bond. This is a story by Melissa Kuning for dailymail.com. Now, this came out yesterday, right? 2 of the 6 Antifa protesters arrested were allegedly for 4 allegedly firebombing an Atlanta police cruiser have been released on bond. Ivan Ferguson, 23 of Nevada, and Graham Evett, 20 of Decatur, Georgia, were among those charged in the massive riot over the death of another protester who allegedly shot a police officer. They have been charged with a slew of felonies and misdemeanor charges, including domestic terrorism, first-degree arson, and riot, but were granted a $355,000 bond on Monday. Other arrests and protests will remain in prison without bond as proceedings against them continue, Fox Atlanta 5 reports, right? The others arrested as six were detained after they allegedly set fire to police cruiser in protest of a police-involved killing of antifa activist Manuel Esteban Paz Terran, 26. Forgive me if I don't, say the whole name. The protester demanded an investigation into his death, but the Georgia Bureau of Investigations insisted he did have a gun on him at the time of the shooting on January 18th and was responsible for shooting a Georgia state trooper. So they just tore it up for nothing, huh? Just tearing it up just to tear it up, huh? Right, so this is one of the guys right here. This is Ivan Ferguson, 23 of Nevada, right? Provided by the Daily Mail. See him right here, right? We got another one coming up over here. We got this. Look, now the thing is, I want to point out, you know, this. This is what I want to point out, right? This. I mean, I'm not saying it against them, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it against them, but none of this is said in the papers. I mean, unless I'm missing it, this is the first time, right? So this is Graham Everett, 20 of Decatur, Georgia, because he was the man that they was hanging out with. Said, "Yo, we gonna." We gonna go set this off, right? My man right here, he rocking a black rag. I don't know what that is. I guess it's hippie. You know what I mean? It goes violent. These don't look like violent protesters to me, man. I'm sorry to say. Violent protests erupt in Atlanta, Georgia, following a police-involved killing of 26-year-old Manuel Esteban Paz Terran, my fault again, provided by Daily Mail. Judge Ryan Locke ruled Monday that Ferguson, a classical trained clarinetist who studied at the prestigious San Francisco conservative conservatory of music. Let me take this back, okay? Because he deserves some respect. Okay. It goes, violent protests erupted in Atlanta, Georgia, following a police-involved killing of 26-year-old Manuel Esteban Paez Terran, provided by the Daily Mail. Judge Ryan Locke ruled Monday that Ferguson, a classically trained clarinetist who studied at the prestigious San Francisco Conservatory of Music with an address in Georgia and Avet. The only defendant from Georgia could be granted bond, the Atlanta Journal Constitution reports. Right? The two will now have a 24-hour curfew with the exception of schoolwork, meeting with their attorney, and attending a religious service. Yeah, that shit sound crazy to me. I'm sorry, yo. It says, so you got this 24-hour curfew, but you could go to work. I'm imagining you go to school. I'm taking you out of school for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost certain you kicked out of school. Work, that's iffy. They don't want to look, you know, like they they encouraging this madman and whatnot. So who's laughing and smiling in the pictures, right? So I'm imagining the work is out of there, right? So the only The only place I'm imagining is religious service. And that's an iffy thing. That's real iffy. I ain't going front. That's that's one of them things where it can be either or, depend, depending on your religion and whatnot. So, um, they will also be required to wear an ankle monitor and will be forbidden from having weapons or being in contact with any of the other arrested suspects. That's gonna be hard because I mean, I know y'all gonna meet up with the lawyers. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna have the meetings, especially if y'all working in conjunction with one another. So that right there is, you know, they're gonna argue that, the lawyer, right? The one exception being Najee Gear 24 from Nashville, Tennessee, with whom Ferguson is in a relationship. So you definitely ain't gonna knock. That's definitely out the window. Let's see here. It goes the other arrest on Saturday for the violent protest at the site of a possible Atlanta public safety training center were deemed to be too much of a flight risk to be granted bond and will now remain in Fulton County Jail until their next court appearance, which has not yet been scheduled. I remember Rice Street. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't on Rice Street since back in the days. I remember teaching people how to break out the cells with the combs. If you go back in that days, like this is the early 2000s. Yeah, I believe was it like the early two? Yes, definitely the early 2000s. Yes. Okay. And under arrest on Saturday for the violent protest at the site of a proposed Atlanta public safety training. Okay, was scheduled, not yet scheduled. Okay, they included Gear, Francis, Frankie, Carol 20 from Kenton Bank, Port, Maine. Damn. Man, giving it up like that. I've noticed that they was doing they caught the Moors, right, going out there, those guys, and they was under the sovereign thing and all of that. But I remember they was going out there. They was training and whatnot. Hey, don't blame me. I'm just looking at the news. I did a report on it. I can actually connect it to this one if you want. I'm just saying. I find that odd that they was out there in Maine, and I wanna note that. Madeline Fuller 20 from Spokane, Washington, and Emily Murphy 37 from Grosse Ile, Michigan. Wow, these are some places I definitely wouldn't have expected that. Authorities say the woke activists dressed in black uniforms. See, that's what I don't like about them. Collide with police in downtown Atlanta as they destroy vehicles and property. You see what they doing now? On one side, I wouldn't have a problem. It's nighttime. I mean, it would be smart to be in black. I'm just saying. But the problem is, though, these are white people. But no, I can't say that. Whatever their thing is, I'm not really hip to antifa and all of that. I remember, um, what was this? What was the guy's? I don't know his name, but I know he was not in NF. in that phase, something like that. Whatever. When I know they was like kind of like I thought they was in cahoots. I don't know if they ever was, so don't make me, say it. And I know that one of them dudes, pardon me, I was choking me in the neck here. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what happened to the to them. I remember something with like something in like I think it was Virginia or something like that, in the feds and some. I don't know. I forgot how it is. I did a story on it, but when I just see certain areas and certain things, I be like, wow, okay. Authorities say the work activists, dressed your black. Okay. The protesters allegedly threw rocks and lit fireworks in front of the skyscraper that house of Atlanta Police Foundation, shattering its glass window before setting a police cruiser on fire and vandalizing walls with anti-police graffiti. This is what's going on, people. So we see the let me move me real quick here. So, all right, this is what you see here, people. This is what you see here. All right. Others charged in the violent riots, which saw a police cruiser set on fire, included Naja Gear. Bring her back down here. I would think she was, more the other one. Okay. And then we got from Nashville. She from Nashville. Then we got Melinda Philo, my fault. 22 from Spokane, Washington, provided by Daily Mail. Right, then we got them right here. Let me take myself away again. I want you to see him nice and clear here. Right? Now, my man over. I'm not even gonna say it, you know what I'm saying? he wired. He wired to me, man. He sound like with my man Two Chains. You know what I'm saying? The original Titty Boy when he was talking to I think it was Greta Sutrin about using the drugs and all of that. We just go. They along with Francis Carroll, right, from Kentonport, Maine, and Emily Murphy, 37, from Grosse Ile, Michigan, will remain in jail until the next court appearance, which has not yet been scheduled, right? So that's what it is. Only one perpetrator arrested during Saturday's riot is from Georgia. None of those arrested during last week's operation are from Georgia. Law enforcement demonstrated how quickly we shut down those trying to import violence from other states and will continue to do so. Hey man, I mean it ain't that hard to get a couple of ID, right? Violence from others in the states. A police statement said activists damaged property at several locations along Peachtree Street. Yeah, yeah. A corridor of hotels and restaurants, adding that several arrests were made and order was quickly restored. Each of the protesters were charged with 4 misdemeanor charges, including pedestrians in a roadway, willfully obstruction of a law enforcement officer, riot, and unlawful assembly. Additionally, they were charged with felony counts, including second-degree criminal damage, first-degree arson, interference with government property, and domestic terrorism. How is interfering? Maybe because they destroyed it or something like that. I'm thinking the interference with government property. Pardon me here. Uh, with the government property. I mean, I could see the domestic terrorist thing. I don't think it's gonna. I hope that don't fly. Additionally, they were charged with felony counts, including second degree criminal damage, first degree arson, interference with government property. I just read that. Okay. The arrest indicates Antifa organizers are recruiting activists from across the country to commit violence in Atlanta. The violent thugs, several who were brought up in wealthy households, believe that police forces should be scrapped. This is where you know this is some BS. You know what I mean? For me, you know what I mean? Um, in a statement on Twitter Monday, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp said, law enforcement demonstrated how quickly we shut down those trying to import violence from other states and will continue to do so. Don't play around in the A. Think you making it hot? You got your little 5 minutes of fame, huh? Huh?
Are you happy now? Are you happy now? You're making the ladies scream now. Is you happy? Is you happy with yourself?
That's what we want to know. I mean, because look at this. Look at this nonsense here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and by the way, don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification so you can always get constant updates from whenever new content is either being uploaded or streamed live. So, until then, let's get back to the business. Right. A law enforcement vehicle was seen lit on fire during demonstrations on Saturday night, provided by Daily Mail. Oh, sweat. Um, a burnt out police car pictured sitting on a street following a violent protest, provided by Daily Mail. Okay. Authorities say the protesters, dressed all in black, also threw rocks at a building that houses the Atlanta Police Foundation, provided by Daily Mail. The violence came during a night of rage against police after the death of Manuel Esban Piaz Tehran, who was shot dead by authorities after allegedly shooting and injuring an officer during an operation to clear protesters from the site. Antifa members had been gathering at the site site for the proposed $90 million police training center, setting up camp and inward area around the training center in a bid to halt construction, right? They argued that the proposed training facility, which they dubbed Cop City, represents Atlanta becoming increasingly mater- um, militarized. Thank you for giving me the second there. Militarized the city. The destruction of the forest will accelerate change and lead to more pollution. The proposed would cut out 381 acres of Wheeling Forest, which is currently owned by the state, so they can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But extremists who call themselves the forest defenders have become increasingly violent. Oh snap! Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe, that notifications, so you can constantly be updated with new shows and content is being aired live or updated. Yes, this is old your gritty grand strings. Right. Okay. Right. But extremists who call themselves the forest defenders have become increasingly violent in recent weeks, throwing rocks, even Molotov cocktails at police and contractors at the site. You know, damn, I didn't realize that. On January 18th, Georgia State troopers and other law enforcement officials were conducting an operation to clear protesters from the site when they say Turan opened fire. He allegedly shot and injured a state trooper at the scene who is said to still be recovering from the gunshot wound. May you recover, officer. I'm not sure your name, right? When officers fired back, Turan was pronounced dead at the scene. Rest in peace, Turan. Right? So you see, we take myself away again. Right, so you see, no forest, no peace, truck, the police. No forest, no peace. I respect that. Truck, the police. Yes, okay. Hold on, maybe I came back too soon. Let me show you. You know they holding it down, right? He covering he covering his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't see his face. We know all of them dudes are white boys. Oh, they probably got tattoos. Oh, these probably them type of um idiots before they became activists. They didn't know about tattoos. Me, fortunately, I was getting incarcerated, at a young age. So like, I hate to say it, but the first case I learned about was Lopez. You know, you look into that, it's about tattoos and stuff. So I never, I said, oh shit, okay, learned a valuable lesson that day. Okay, wait, hold on. They got my man right here. Now he might be black. My man down at the bottom here. Hold on. Right now, my man at the bottom here. He might be. Let me see something here. Right. Hold on. Now we can't see him. Hold on. Right. Right. See him right there. Okay. Now bring this back over here. Yeah, we can see him over there. He over there, with, doing his thing. Now him, like I said, hold on. Let me just bring him back again. And I personally think, he he could be a brother. You know what I'm saying? He looking like he looking like he you got the cut off gloves. I could be by his hair, but nah, his palm. I could be wrong, but he just looked like he was black right there. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for me. I mean, anything I'm seeing, trust me, they can see 1,000 times. They combed over 1,000 times. They know what that red stuff is there, the corner and everything. They like, oh, wait a minute. We know where this is at. Trust me. Trust me. Members of Antifa has set up camp at a site of a new police training facility in Atlanta provided by, right? Wow, whoa. Hold on a minute here. What they saying here? All right, what is this? What is the frustration going on here? Huh? What is this frustration here? Hold on, let me take myself away. What is this frustration? Kill cops. Sheesh. I don't know what's going on with you guys. You know what I'm saying? See that right there? These guys right here. Hostile. Hostile. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, you don't know about Antifa? I mean, I've heard about them. I've seen them, but I don't know about them. Like I don't, follow that type of stuff. You would think I do, but I really, if it doesn't come up on me reading, and to be honest with you, like when you see me not doing this, I actually took a break from headlines and all of that. Sometimes you gotta cleanse yourself of it, you know what I mean, and get prepared for the new stuff, and for you to be able to point it out and see what's coming on. That's why I be doing what I do, right? It goes, an abandoned protest campsite is seen inside Wheelan's People's Park, provided by Daily Mail, right? Got this up here. Goes no cop city, right? Graffiti. This is, you call this fucking graffiti, I'll slap the crap out you, man. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti is seen. You see me curse when you got me mad, right? Graffiti is seen. Well, we gonna say that vandalism is seen at the edge of Wheelan's People's Park and planned site of a conventional cop city protest days after protester Manuel Turan died during a police raid near Atlanta, Georgia. Right, this is Daily Mail again. Antifa protesters thought have though have disputed these versions of events, arguing authorities shot and killed Turan first. Not on Monday, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation sought to clear up any misconceptions, saying that Turan did in fact have a gun and shot at the trooper. It is said The Bureau received confirmation from a Saturday 2025 transaction record showing that Tehran legally purchased the weapon used in the shooting. And while the officer who were near the incident at the time of the shooting were not wearing body worn cameras, there is body camera footage of the aftermath. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I don't take signs. I don't know who's who, what's going on. I don't do that. So all I can say is I hope, this clears up. I mean, they got rich people out there going all out. I'm thinking, there has to be some validity to something. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. Like I said, I just saw that. I just saw it. I said, okay, I'm coming back in. I didn't. I ain't even. You see me laughing. Cause it's just certain parts. That's just me. Not laughing at the situation. I'm just saying I did it. Good luck. Right. I mean, I'm gonna go to my end screen. Then I'm gonna come back to the next one.